Are you unintentionally disinheriting your children? It may not what be you meant to do, but sometimes it happens. And I want to share with you today how it happens. And even some really smart people are unintentionally disinheriting their children from their accounts. And primarily where we see this take place is in their bank accounts, their checking, their savings. So today I want to walk you through a hypothetical example, but hopefully then you can at least see what is taking place, potentially relate to it, and make sure that it's not taking place in your family, your situation, if you don't want to unintentionally disinherit any of your children. So let's walk through again a hypothetical example here. We've got Laura, who has 3 children, Alex, Bob, and Emily. And it is Laura's goal and intentions that when she passes away, her money gets divided equally between Alex, Bob, and Emily. She's got $2,000 in her checking account, $100,000 in her savings account, and again, she wants it to go to her 3 children. So you could kind of cross out children and put beneficiaries. That's where she wants it to go. Now, one of the ways and reasons why this happens is Laura starts to have these thoughts of, okay, you know what? In retirement age, what if something happens to me? I go into the hospital and I need somebody to help me out by paying bills, writing checks from my accounts, transferring money from my savings to my checking. What if I'm just going to be gone for a long time and I want somebody to pay the bills? What if I'm just not able to make financial decisions on my own? And so I want somebody to be able to help me out with that. And instead of talking to the attorneys and putting together powers of attorney and going through that process, Laura says, well, what if I just put one of my children on my account so that they can help me out with that? Everything will be fine, right? Because everything will, I still have the beneficiaries listed and everything will just go to the 3 of them. I'm just going to put the other person on my account. And now, I'm not a banker, so I'm guessing there's a lot of different ways to do things, but I just want to kind of show you today some of the things that sometimes happens, and so that you can just be aware of it and look at your personal situation to make sure maybe it's not happening in your situation. So there's Laura's thoughts, right? Sometimes some additional thoughts that I see people have is maybe they sold their house, they came on a windfall of money that they're going to put in their savings account, and it's over the $250,000 of FDIC protection. So they say, well, I want some more FDIC protection. What if I add one of my children to my account? Let's just go back to Laura's scenario here. She just wants to make sure that somebody can write checks from her account, help her pay the bills if something happens to her. So let's just say Laura says, hey, Emily's my child that's pretty good with her finances. I'm going to add Emily to my account. Now, that can mean a whole lot of different things to different people. But let's just say Laura actually added Emily to the account as an account owner. And I'm certain you can start to see what's going on here. Now, Laura and Emily are the account holders. And again, if we had crossed out children and put beneficiaries, Alex and Bob are the beneficiaries. You're like, but wait a second. No, it's Laura's account, her checking, her savings. She just wanted Emily to write checks and everything will be okay. Well, if Laura passes away, guess what? There's one account owner listed on the account here, and it's Emily. And so Emily now becomes the account owner. And if we go back there, Alex and Bob are not account owners. So Emily now just became the owner of $102,000. Alex and Bob are unintentionally disinherited. Now, maybe Emily will be nice and she'll cut them checks from the account and they divide it up equally. Maybe, but she doesn't have to, because now technically she is the account owner of that account. So I bring this up so you can take a look at your own personal situation. You can sit down with your banker and go over how the accounts are titled and say, okay, if something were to happen to me, will the money still get divided up equally, or have I actually added an account owner and disinherited my children? Great conversation to have with them. The other thing is to speak with a licensed attorney, make sure that your accounts are titled. There's different ways to title accounts, that your accounts are titled that align with what your priorities are for how you want your money split up. And then the last thing I see sometimes this might happen because people want more FDIC protection. Well, in that case, if you're a single person, you want more FDIC protection, even as a couple, just use different banks, use different institutions, because each institution you get that FDIC, a new amount of FDIC protection. So hopefully that helps you out, helps you take a look at your own scenario, and helps you take a look at making sure that you're not disinheriting your children and maybe creating some future issues. I know you wouldn't be around, but as you can see, it probably creates some headaches in regards to things. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If so, don't forget, subscribe to our channel. We're coming out with new videos on topics like retirement planning, how to reduce the taxes on your IRAs and 401ks. Thanks, and have a great day.